Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Happily Ever Caffeinated, your weekly wedding video series where we get stupid high on coffee and talk about weddings. I am your host, Jessie Stehlik, co-founder of FotoBoho, and I'm here today with Sasha from Oh So Classy Events, and we are going to be talking, I don't know why I did like a little like Valley Girl when I was talking about you.
It's like oh so.
You oh so classy. You bring that out of me?
Everything.
So anyway, and we're going to be talking about short engagements versus long engagements. Let's do this. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Miss Classy. Hi, Miss Oh So Classy. So how long have you been so classy?
I have been owner of Classy Events for 6 years now.
6 years?
Yes.
Wow. Always in Tampa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Always in Tampa. Been in the industry for a little longer than that, but Oh So Classy became official. Oh so official.
It's been Facebook official.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I actually got into planning when my best friend got engaged. She had 3 weeks to plan her wedding, and I had never planned a wedding before, so don't ask me what I was thinking.
Oh my.
But she was like, my wedding's in 3 weeks, and we planned it, and I was her maid of honor too, so I was double duty. So during the wedding and after the wedding, people were like, oh my gosh, so how long have you been planning? Or were like saying I should go into it. And after hearing it, even after the photos came back, I was like, oh, okay, I'll look into this. So
there's a sign.
Yeah, and it just went from there. I started networking and getting to know our wedding community, and that was it.
And now you know firsthand why maids of honor should not be wedding coordinators.
Yes.
Because you probably didn't get to drink that night.
I didn't, and I was actually sick that day with 103 fever. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't cancel.
And I was still like, let's do this.
You got
like,
this.
No.
That's
so.
like trial by fire.
Yeah. So I was like, if I can do this, I can pretty much do anything.
So her engagement was 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So
really short.
you have firsthand perspective of the benefits or the differences between short term and long term.
Exactly.
Or shorthand, whatever. So give us your perspective. What is the...
Well, just like we've had those weddings that have been 3-week engagements, we've had 3-month engagements, we've also had 2.5-year engagements.
Yeah.
We've had it all. So the greatest thing is that they both have their pros, and it really is just up to the person and what kind of works with you and what you have going on your schedule. But with short engagements, the great thing is that planning is pretty much as streamlined and as efficient as possible.
Yeah.
Because you're just getting to the point. Like
there's no time for
Yep.
BS.
No, there's no.
Self-editing.
No time for that.
Yes.
There's just get to the point, make the decision, and you're moving on to the next thing. So for type A people, sometimes this is better because they can just make a decision and stick to it and move on.
Beautiful.
And it kind of helps with any family or friend interference of, well, what about this? It's like you can just be like, well, no, we don't have time. Gotta get it done.
Beautiful excuse.
Exactly.
That's lovely.
So it's a great thing. The other thing is that you still like all of the choices that you've made. So it's not...
It's fresh.
Yes,
it's not
fresh.
like overdone by that point.
Right. You haven't been to like 3 other friends' weddings by then and realized, oh my gosh, they're all doing like all these things. So then you have to change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So those things, it helps a lot because you will have made a design and stuck to it and you love it, and even when the wedding day rolls around, you're still gonna love it. So
that's so smart. I didn't even think about that.
Yes.
Because I remember when the whole like gold and blush tones thing, and it's so pretty, and it's still so pretty, but it's done and done and done and done, and so the people that were planning it 2 years ago, they're like, okay, I've seen a million of these now.
And for some people, like it doesn't bother them. They don't mind. If their friends had a wedding at this venue and their other friends had a wedding at the same venue and then they had the wedding there, it doesn't bother them.
Right.
But other people want to be a little bit more unique or want to surprise their guests a little bit more. So those folks, it kind of helps having this quick and easy.
Exactly.
And then the third pro that I think is great is that your guests are still excited with anticipation because it's like you got engaged, then bridal showers are happening, then bachelorette and bachelor parties are happening, you're having all of your little get-togethers, and then it's like, okay, the wedding comes, and so they're always looking forward to something. So
it's not like, oh, that's right, they're getting married, I totally forgot.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay.
Very cool.
So those are the 3 pros, and I think it's great for people that, again, they're just wanting to get to the point. They kind of already know what they want. They have a lot of interference with family and friends, so they want to kind of just avoid all of that.
Beautiful.
and they want people to be excited and be surprised on their wedding day.
I love it.
So
I tend to go with that. That's wonderful. But okay, convince me on the long engagement then.
Well, the long engagements are also good. The good thing about long engagements is that if you have a special day or a special venue or a special vendor that you really want to work with,
right,
you have more of a chance for availability,
right,
because you have more time from the time that you get engaged to the time your wedding comes around.
I feel like especially the venues book up so early.
They book up so fast. I mean, like some are booking up 18 months in advance. So you want to be able to pick, then you go ahead and do a long engagement. It gives you time to be a little bit more choosy with your vendors, be able to choose, the date that you want. If there's a specific date or time of year, you get more options that way. So that's like the biggest pro for long engagements. And then the other pro that I think is really important, especially when couples are paying for their own wedding, is budget.
Oh, yeah, they can do it as like a payment plan rather than...
Exactly. So your budget has time to grow too. I've had couples that they've been engaged for 2 years, 2.5 years. So during that time, they had promotions at work. They had, mom and dad came up and they were like, oh, you know what? We got an extra $2,000 that we can put, whatever it is. So it kind of helps the budget grow.
Very true.
Gives you that time to be able to put more funds together for the things that you want to invest a little bit more in.
A little more legroom.
Yes.
Very good.
I love that because it's sometimes, engagement happens kind of sometimes either while people are in college or early in the career, and there's not a lot of time or a lot of funds readily available, so
you're not quite as established, and
right. So it gives you a little bit more time to like breathe and get it all together. And then the other pro is that if you have a lot of guests traveling, or if this is a destination wedding, and you're going somewhere and your guests are also going somewhere, then you do have more time to get all of your travel arrangements together, inform people, let them save up for that.
Request time off work.
Exactly. Take time off work. Build your schedule to lead up to that point so that you have time to get everything together and just breathe a little bit easier. So they're both really great.
Okay, so you kind of have me sold on that. So my thing has always been, when people have asked me what I think, I am always like, do the short, because there's the real thing called post-wedding depression. This is real.
It's real.
And when you spend a year and a half, 2 years planning for one day that's gone in an instant, then you have, you have, what am I gonna do now? Like there's not
like an empty little part of you now.
Yeah, and it's a real thing that people go through. And so I always have been like, do it fast, but it makes so much sense also to do, like, if you are having out-of-town guests, if you do want a specific venue, that does make a lot of sense. Maybe just like tell people, get your venue, and then take a break for a year and a half, and then start planning again.
Yeah, no, we tell people, like, you can take a little bit of a break now. You secured, like, the big important stuff. Take a little bit of a break, too, because even with the long engagements, we want to avoid them, choosing designs and choosing different looks and feels of, their wedding. And then as they get closer to being like, oh, I don't know if I really actually like this anymore. So we actually take some time off so that they can do that a little closer to and not run into the issue.
They make the same recommendations for tattoos. Like, draw it out, and like in a half a year, if you already regret it, don't get it done. Same kind of thing. Like, it's not necessarily as permanent. But we will laugh at your pictures in 20 years when we see the big poofy dress that you could have avoided if you had waited longer and sat on it.
And then you can avoid some of the little wedding blues, like you said. You're not going to be as sad like when it's over because you just did it and you had a great day and it was awesome. And then you have photos, sometimes video to look forward to, so that's also fun.
Very cool.
So that's pretty much it.
That is wonderful news. Thank you very much for educating us on what we should do. I mean, I feel a little like I don't know what to do now, but I do like get it done and then wait. I like the break. I like the break.
The break is good.
So you have the best of both.
It's not rushed.
Yeah.
But it depends on the couple and what their style is and what their schedules look like and what is going on, and then you go from there.
There you go. Just try not to get pregnant in that span of time.
And then you'll be like, oh no.
Well, let's push it back
take
a little
longer
break. Well, you are lovely. Thank you so much for coming out and joining us today. Very much appreciate your time and
welcome.
education.
Thank you, Jesse.
Absolutely.
Wait, what? Always question with the Question marks are very cool, especially when you're in school. Always question when you try, you'll find who, what, where, when, why. Question marks are very fun.
All right, Mad Lib time. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. First word up. I need a noun.
Dog.
All right. I need an adjective.
Classy.
Classy. I need a plural noun.
Plural noun. Cheerios.
Now I'm hungry. I need two adjectives.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Fabulous.
Alliteration for the win. And I need a verb.
Run.
Okay. All right, ready for this?
Ready.
All right, here we go. If you thought this dog was classy, my dog's classy, make sure you share it with your Cheerios who are planning their weddings. And if you are a fantastic wedding coordinator and you think this video would help your brides, feel free to share it with your fabulous brides as well. We run your support. We run on your support. Awesome.
Thank
Good
you.
job, absolutely. Thank you.